Let's get right into it. 1. Sleeping right after a meal. A cozy nap or a silent danger? Have you ever set your spoon down after a satisfying lunch, feeling full and content, only to be overcome by a heavy drowsiness that pulls your eyelids shut? A comfy recliner, a quiet corner of the room, and before you know it, you've drifted into sleep. Sounds like a gentle midday reward, doesn't it? But in truth, if you regularly fall asleep right after eating, especially after age 60, you may be nurturing a hidden danger disguised as a harmless habit. Behind that warm, full belly and those droopy eyes, your body is actually working hard to digest a significant amount of food. When you eat, especially a meal rich in carbs, fats, and proteins like a hearty bowl of noodles or a plate full of savory food, your digestive system kicks into high gear. Your stomach releases acid, your pancreas produces enzymes, your liver processes fats and detoxifies, and your small intestine absorbs nutrients. All of these processes demand a large amount of blood and energy to function properly. But what happens when you lie down immediately after eating, especially flat on your back? You're putting your body at a disadvantage. Gravity, a quiet ally in digestion, suddenly vanishes from the equation. Food, instead of moving downward as it should, can easily flow backward into the esophagus. If you've ever woken up from a nap with a burning sensation in your chest or a sour taste in your throat, acid reflux may be knocking on your door. More dangerously, over time, this can happen without you even realizing it. This is called silent reflux. It slowly erodes the lining of the esophagus, causing inflammation and irritation, and in the long run may lead to Barrett's esophagus, a serious precancerous condition. This risk is even higher for older adults. As we age, the lower esophageal sphincter, the gateway that keeps stomach acid from rising, naturally weakens. That means even small mistakes like lying down too soon after a meal can let acid escape. And when this happens repeatedly over time, the consequences can go far beyond discomfort. They can cause lasting damage inside your body. But digestion isn't the only system affected. Lying down immediately after eating can also disrupt your blood circulation and brain function. When you eat, a large volume of blood is redirected to the digestive system. If you lie down right away, blood flow to the brain, muscles, and other organs is reduced. The result? Instead of waking up from a nap feeling refreshed, you may feel groggy, sluggish, or mentally foggy for the rest of the afternoon. Take the story of Mr. Robert, a 74-year-old gentleman from Missouri. For years after every lunch, he would lie back on his sofa and doze off. What started as a short nap soon became an hour-long habit. He thought it was perfectly natural. That's what getting older does, he often said. But he also grew used to a sore throat, bloating, and an afternoon confusion he couldn't explain. It wasn't until a routine checkup where he mentioned this habit to his doctor that he got a surprising recommendation. Wait at least 30 to 60 minutes after eating before lying down. And if you need to nap, sit back in a recliner instead of lying flat. Mr. Robert took the advice to heart. After lunch, he'd wash a few dishes, take a gentle walk around the yard. When sleepiness crept in, he'd sit in a recliner with a neck pillow and lean back gently, never flat. Within a few weeks, the heartburn disappeared, his throat felt better, and most importantly, he noticed a much clearer mind. He started reading in the afternoons again, even playing chess with his grandson, something he had often refused before, saying, "I'm just too out of it." You see, sometimes the smallest adjustment can make the biggest difference. Sleeping after a meal isn't a crime, but the timing and position of your nap, that's what determines whether you're caring for your health or unintentionally harming your body. So if you feel drowsy after lunch, take a few minutes to move around gently, wash your hands and face, or simply relax in soft light. If you need a nap, choose a slightly reclined seated position with support for your neck and back, and set a timer for no more than 30 minutes. You'll notice the difference. A clear mind, a light feeling, and a much better afternoon. Because after 60, every nap, whether long or short, is an important investment in your health. And you deserve to rest in a way that restores you, not one that robs you. 2. Oversleeping at noon. A false recovery that drains your vitality. There are days when your bed feels like the perfect refuge. A soft pillow, a warm blanket, and the quiet lull of the midday silence gently pull your eyes shut. It starts as a quick 10-minute nap, then 30 minutes. But when you open your eyes, you glance at the clock. It's been over 2 hours. You expected to wake up energized, yet your head feels foggy, your body heavy, and the rest of your afternoon seems completely thrown off. Taking long naps is a common habit among older adults, not out of laziness, but because of lingering fatigue that makes a long nap feel necessary to catch up. But what seems like a harmless routine might actually be a one-way ticket to cognitive decline, poor nighttime sleep, and a host of other health issues. Did you know that our sleep is made up of multiple stages? Short naps, around 20 to 30 minutes, usually keep us in light sleep, just enough to refresh the mind without leaving us groggy. But once a nap stretches beyond 60 minutes, your body may enter deep sleep or even REM, the dream phase. Being woken up during these stages triggers what scientists call sleep inertia, a state of confusion, dizziness, and fatigue that can feel worse than before you even napped. This effect is even more pronounced in older adults, whose biological clocks naturally become less precise with age. Long naps can confuse the brain's sense of day versus night, making it harder to fall asleep in the evening. This disrupts the sleep cycle, leading to insomnia, shallow sleep, or frequent nighttime awakenings, creating a downward spiral that drags down your quality of life. But it's not just about how awake you feel, it's about your long-term brain health. Research published in the journals Neurology and the Journal of the American Geriatric Society reveals that seniors over 65 who regularly nap for more than 1 hour a day face a higher risk of cognitive problems, including memory loss and even dementia. And it's not just due to poor nighttime sleep. Excessive daytime napping may actually be an early sign of neurological changes in the brain, silently hinting at brain aging. Take the story of Ms. Irene, an 81-year-old woman from Ohio. She constantly felt tired during the day and believed her 2-hour naps would make up for it. But the more she slept, the more forgetful and confused she became. Her nighttime sleep turned restless and fragmented. Concerned, her daughter took her to see a sleep specialist. The surprising diagnosis: Irene had sleep apnea and a vitamin D deficiency, two hidden issues that were silently ruining her nighttime rest and forcing her to compensate during the day. After starting treatment and following professional advice to nap wisely, just 20 to 30 minutes before 3 p.m., Irene began to recover. Her memory improved, her mind felt sharper, and most importantly, she started sleeping soundly at night without needing medication. The truth is, a short nap doesn't just clear your mind, it offers many proven health benefits: lower blood pressure, improved mood, increased alertness, and even reduced risk of heart disease in older adults. But to reap these benefits, you need to nap the right way, not just nap until you've had enough. Think of your afternoon nap as a shot of espresso, small, refined, and energy-boosting. It should be a light recharge for the rest of your day, not a heavy glass of wine that leaves you woozy and out of sync. Long naps can also steal something far more valuable: your precious time. Time that could be spent bonding with your grandchildren, walking through the garden, enjoying a good book, or simply watching the clouds roll by. Every alert afternoon moment is a chance to live fully. Don't let it slip away just because you dozed off too long. If you find yourself oversleeping at noon and feeling worse afterward, ask yourself, am I making up for poor sleep at night? Or is my body trying to tell me something is off? It could be due to medications, poor nutrition, or an underlying issue like depression, sleep apnea, or thyroid problems. The first step doesn't require a prescription or a machine. It starts with setting a simple alarm. Keep your nap between 20 and 30 minutes, ideally between 12:30 and 2 p.m. Use a sleep mask, choose a quiet space, recline in a comfortable chair with neck support, and avoid napping too close to dinner. These small adjustments can make a world of difference. After 60, every act of self-care becomes part of your longevity and quality of life. Don't let something as simple as a nap quietly sap your vitality, because the goal of napping isn't to sleep as long as possible, but to sleep wisely and well. 3. Napping too close to bedtime. When rest turns into a restless night. Have you ever felt this way? It's late afternoon. After a light snack, a wave of fatigue gently washes over you. The sun begins to set, the house grows quieter, and your favorite recliner seems to whisper, "Just lean back for a few minutes." You tell yourself, "A quick nap will help me recharge." But then nighttime comes. The lights go out. Everyone's asleep, and you're still tossing and turning. 11 o'clock, midnight, 2 a.m. And when morning comes, it's as if you never slept at all. A midday nap can be wonderfully restorative if it's done at the right time and in the right way. But when it happens too close to bedtime, especially for those over 60, it can disrupt your natural body clock, like a song falling out of rhythm, throwing the whole system off balance. Your body runs on an internal clock known as the circadian rhythm. This rhythm tells you when to feel sleepy, when to feel alert, and controls hormones like melatonin, which helps you fall asleep, and cortisol, which wakes you up. This rhythm is sensitive and can be thrown off by light, movement, and yes, even the timing of your afternoon nap. When you nap too close to your regular bedtime, especially between 5 and 7 p.m., your body might misinterpret it as the start of nighttime sleep. As a result, it delays the release of melatonin, making it harder for you to fall asleep later. That drowsy, foggy feeling in the evening isn't a sign that you're winding down. It's actually a warning sign of a disrupted night ahead. Fragmented sleep, frequent awakenings, and no true rest. This isn't just theory. Let's look at the real-life experience of Mrs. Dorothy, a 74-year-old woman living in a peaceful suburb in Texas. She had a habit of napping around 6 p.m. after dinner and the evening news. "Just a little snooze before watching a movie with my husband," she'd say. But over time, she noticed she could no longer fall asleep early like she used to. Night after night, she'd be wide awake until 1 or 2 in the morning. Mornings became sluggish, her back ached, her mind felt cloudy. She stopped enjoying her beloved garden, her daily joy for decades. Her daughter, concerned about her mother's declining energy, took her to a sleep specialist. The diagnosis wasn't anything serious or scary. It was simply napping at the wrong time. The doctor explained that Dorothy's evening nap was robbing her of something called sleep pressure, a natural buildup of adenosine in the brain throughout the day that helps trigger deep, restful sleep at night. Napping late reduced her sleep pressure, leaving her brain understimulated when it was finally bedtime. After making a simple change, napping earlier in the day, around 1 p.m., and keeping it under 25 minutes, Dorothy's sleep rhythm began to return to normal. She fell asleep faster, slept more deeply, and woke up refreshed. She started tending her garden again and even joined a light yoga class with friends nearby. But the consequences of poor timing go beyond just sleepless nights. In older adults, nighttime sleep is already more fragile, less deep, more easily interrupted. Mistimed naps only make this worse, leading to memory problems. Sleep is essential for consolidating memories and processing information. Higher risk of falls. Poor sleep affects balance and reflexes, which can be dangerous for seniors. Heart issues. Quality sleep helps regulate blood pressure and repair blood vessels. Depression and anxiety. Ongoing sleep deprivation can disrupt hormones and drain your emotional resilience. So if you've been dozing off in the early evening, ask yourself, is this nap helping my health or stealing the peace from my night's sleep? Thankfully, the solution is simple. Nap before 3 p.m. Keep naps between 20 and 30 minutes. Create a quiet, cool, dim environment. If you feel sleepy later in the day, try gentle activity. Walk around, sip cool water, do some light stretching. After age 60, every hour becomes more precious. You don't just need to sleep, you need to sleep at the right time. So when night falls and your body settles into bed, every cell has a chance to restore. Every thought gets refreshed, and by morning, you wake up as a better version of yourself. Because sometimes the key to a good night's sleep is simply taking your nap at the right time. 4. Long naps in the recliner. When a cozy corner quietly undermines your health. Every older adult has their familiar corner in the house. It might be that reclining chair by the window, bathed in golden afternoon light, the perfect spot to close your eyes during a quiet midday or a lazy evening. For many, that recliner is a loyal companion, a place to lean back after a busy morning, to rest amidst the noise of daily thoughts. But did you know that when your nap stretches for hours in a semi-reclined position, that cozy chair could be silently sowing the seeds of serious health problems? Picture this. You settle into your chair, legs slightly bent, neck tilted gently, eyelids growing heavier. It all seems so peaceful, but inside your body, things may be far from okay. Let's start with your breathing. In a semi-reclined position, not quite lying down, not quite sitting up, your diaphragm, the main muscle that powers your lungs, becomes compressed, reducing its effectiveness. Your breathing becomes shallow, and the amount of oxygen entering your body drops significantly. For a younger person, that might not matter much. But for someone over 60, especially with heart, lung, or blood pressure issues, this steady oxygen decline during a 1 to 2 hour nap can be dangerous. Have you ever woken up from a long recliner nap feeling groggy, dizzy, or like your heart is racing? That could be due to reduced oxygen to the brain or poor blood circulation during your nap. Sitting with bent knees for long periods causes blood to pool in the legs, making it harder for blood to return to the heart. Over time, this can lead to swollen legs, numb hands, and even the formation of blood clots, also known as deep vein thrombosis, DVT. The scariest part? If a clot travels to your lungs, it can cause a pulmonary embolism, a life-threatening emergency. This isn't just a theory. Meet Mr. Marvin, a 76-year-old former plant supervisor from Michigan. Since retiring, he'd been spending more time in his favorite recliner. After lunch each day, he'd kick back, turn on the news, and doze off. Long naps of 1 to 2 hours became the norm. Over time, he noticed numbness in his fingertips, a persistent ache in his neck, and occasional leg swelling. He dismissed it all. Just part of getting old, he'd say. That is, until a routine checkup revealed early signs of spinal compression in his neck, sluggish circulation, and a heightened risk of developing blood clots in his legs. His doctor advised, if you need a nap, lie flat on your bed, use proper neck and back support, and keep it under 30 minutes. And after you wake up, walk around gently for a few minutes to improve circulation. Mr. Marvin took the advice. Within weeks, the numbness faded, his clarity returned, and even his nighttime sleep improved. But recliner naps aren't just a physical concern, they're also emotional. Many older adults turn to the recliner not because their body needs sleep, but because they're lonely, bored, or lacking purpose. They nap not from fatigue, but from emptiness. And the more they nap, the more disconnected they become, from their surroundings, from their loved ones, and even from themselves. They lose their sense of presence and vitality with each passing nap. Good sleep is intentional sleep, not a quiet surrender. So if, for whatever reason, you must nap in a recliner, here's how to do it the right way. Keep it under 30 minutes. Use proper neck and back support to prevent strain on the cervical spine. Stretch out your legs comfortably or elevate them slightly to prevent swelling. After waking, stand up, stretch, and walk gently for a few minutes to activate your circulation. And if you recognize that you're using naps to escape your feelings, try filling that space with something meaningful. Call your children or grandchildren, read a few pages of a book, tend to a small plant, or simply step out onto the porch and breathe in the afternoon air. After 60, every nap becomes a choice. It can be a soft pillow that soothes you or a dull blade that slowly chips away at your health. And that choice is entirely yours. 5. Napping in the wrong environment. When your chair, light, and noise quietly undermine your rest. There's a familiar scene in millions of homes. Grandpa sits in his recliner, back slightly hunched, the TV playing softly, afternoon sunlight streaming through the window onto the floor. His eyes are half closed, mouth slightly open, and before long he's fast asleep amid the hum of the evening news. From the outside, it looks peaceful. But is that nap truly refreshing him? Or is it just a shallow doze, not deep enough to restore energy, maybe even leaving him more fatigued than before? Older adults tend to nod off more easily during the day, but the real question isn't how long you nap, but where and under what conditions. A midday nap, even if short, can leave you groggy, sore, and restless later at night if it happens in the wrong environment. The challenge? Most people don't realize it. Light, noise, temperature, and posture. These four seemingly minor factors play a crucial role in the quality of your nap. Let's start with light, especially blue light from TV screens, phones, or harsh sunlight pouring through a window. These disrupt the production of melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep. Even if you think you're asleep, light filtering through your closed eyelids is enough to keep your brain alert. The result? You stay in shallow sleep, never reaching the deeper stages of restoration, and wake up feeling like you never rested at all. Noise is another quiet disruptor. Grandpa's used to sleeping with the TV on. Don't turn it off or he won't fall asleep, is something heard in many households. But in reality, TV noise, conversations, passing cars, all can prevent the brain from entering deep sleep. Even if you're not fully awakened, your brain's auditory system stays on alert, making your sleep fragmented. For older adults who already struggle with lighter, more disrupted sleep, this leads to lingering fatigue throughout the day. Posture matters just as much. Napping in a slouch position, head drooping, back curved, legs cramped, can strain your neck and shoulders, compress blood vessels, and reduce oxygen to the brain. If you have high blood pressure, spinal issues, or lung conditions, this only gets worse. Many people wake up from these naps with headaches, stiff necks, or numbness in their limbs, all because of poor napping posture. Temperature also plays a big role. If the room is too hot, you'll toss and turn and wake up sweating. If it's too cold, your body will tense up to stay warm, stopping you from fully relaxing. The ideal temperature for a refreshing midday nap is around 68 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 to 22 degrees Celsius, with a light blanket or thin jacket to stay comfortable. Take the story of Mr. George, a 77-year-old who used to nap in his favorite recliner by the window. He believed it was the fastest way to fall asleep. He'd lean back and drift off in minutes. But when he woke up, he often felt foggy-headed and needed a strong cup of coffee to shake it off. His neck ached all afternoon, and his mood was quick to snap. His family assumed he was just aging quickly until George consulted a sleep expert. The advice was simple. You don't need to change yourself, just your environment. George began closing the curtains to dim the light, turning off the TV during his nap, using a small neck pillow to support proper posture, and setting a timer for 25 minutes. He also switched to soft background music instead of news. Within days, the difference was dramatic. He woke up refreshed, skipped the coffee, and his neck pain faded. His afternoons transformed. He went outside, watered his plants, read books, things he had stopped doing simply because he was too tired. From George's story, we learned that a good nap doesn't depend on its length, but on how well you prepare for it. Turn off the TV, reduce noise, draw the curtains, choose a chair or bed with proper back and neck support. Keep the room cool and comfortable. These small changes can bring huge improvements. After 60, you don't need a longer nap. You need a better one. A truly restorative nap happens in a space that supports your body's recovery. Because rest isn't just about closing your eyes, it's an art. And you can master that art just by making a few thoughtful adjustments each day. 6. Inconsistent napping. A subtle disruption that drains your body and mind. There's one thing many people overlook. It's not just poor posture, bad timing, or overly long naps that cause harm. Even inconsistent napping some days but not others, or varying in length and time, can quietly throw an older adult's body and mind into disarray. It may seem like a minor issue, but this irregularity gradually disrupts the body's already delicate biological rhythm. And the result? Your body no longer knows when to rest or when to stay alert, and sleep, both day and night, turns into a daily struggle. After age 60, your body isn't as adaptable as it once was. The nervous system, internal clock, and hormone cycles all begin to slow down. You can't just nap whenever you feel like it anymore. Imagine your body as an orchestra. Each organ is an instrument. When you nap at the same time every day, it's like having a conductor guiding the orchestra into rhythm. But if you nap 15 minutes at 1 p.m. one day, 2 hours at 5 p.m. the next, and then skip a nap entirely, your orchestra falls out of sync. And you feel it. Long-lasting fatigue, sleepiness at odd times, alertness when you should be winding down, and a growing sense of mental fog and disorientation. Take the story of Mrs. Clara, a 73-year-old woman living alone in Florida. After retirement, she no longer had a fixed schedule. Some days she napped when she felt tired, other days she skipped it to finish a movie, and occasionally she dozed for 2 hours or not at all. She never thought it mattered, until she noticed her memory fading, her mood becoming irritable, her eating habits shifting, and her nights turning restless. During a routine checkup, her doctor asked, "Do you nap regularly?" Clara chuckled. "Only when the mood strikes, doctor." That was a turning point. Her doctor helped her create a gentle but steady routine. Have lunch at the same time daily. Take a short break around 1:30 p.m. Keep the nap under 30 minutes and, most importantly, stick with it for at least 3 weeks, whether she felt tired or not. The result? Within a month, her memory improved, she slept better at night, her mood lifted, and, most importantly, she felt in control of her time again, instead of being swept along by it. Inconsistent naps also affect hormone regulation, especially melatonin and cortisol, the two gatekeepers of your sleep-wake cycle. When you nap at the same time each day, your body learns to release these hormones in sync, helping you sleep more deeply and wake up more refreshed. But if your nap schedule is unpredictable, your body doesn't know when to wind down or perk up. The result? You might fall asleep, but you don't feel restored. It's like charging a phone that keeps disconnecting. The battery shows full, but it drains in no time. This irregularity also impacts your emotional well-being. Many older adults report feeling disoriented, unmotivated, or bored when every day feels different, and that's completely understandable. Rhythm creates stability, and stability brings peace of mind. A regular nap isn't just physical rest, it becomes an anchor in your day, a gentle pause that lets you face the afternoon with clarity and confidence. If you notice your napping habit is on and off, don't worry. It's never too late to reset the rhythm. You don't need to be rigid, but try to select a consistent window, say between 1 p.m. and 1:30 p.m., and keep your nap to around 20 to 30 minutes. Treat it as a daily appointment with yourself, a fixed moment to reset your mind, lower blood pressure, ease stress, and recharge your spirit. It might feel challenging at first, especially if you're used to a free-flowing lifestyle. But after just a few weeks of consistency, you'll begin to notice something magical. Your body will start knowing when it's time to rest, your mind will feel lighter, and that unsettling sense of time slipping away will begin to fade. Because your body, even at 60, 70, or beyond, still craves and responds to routine and care. A nap isn't just about closing your eyes. It's part of the rhythm of life. And when that rhythm is steady, day after day, you don't just live longer. You live with clarity, calm, and genuine peace. Growing older isn't the end of the road. It's a precious time to live more slowly, but more deeply. And sometimes, something as simple as an afternoon nap can shape the quality of your entire afternoon, your evening, and even the years ahead. Through this video, we hope you've come to realize that napping the right way doesn't just boost alertness. It's a powerful form of recovery for your heart, your brain, and your spirit. You don't need to change everything. Just remember, nap in the right position at the right time. Keep it short, not too late in the day, and make sure the environment is quiet and soothing. Most importantly, stay consistent each day, so your body can learn to regulate itself. In return, you'll receive something truly priceless: more energy, greater clarity, and a renewed sense of control over your life. If you found this video helpful, let us know in the comments below. Tell us which part resonated with you the most, or share your own experience with napping after 60. We read every single comment, and your words are a powerful source of motivation that keeps this channel going. And if you'd like to support our team directly, feel free to click the Super Thanks button below the video. Your encouragement means the world to us and helps us keep creating meaningful content for the older adult community. If you're looking for more knowledge on how to live healthier, more intentionally, and more peacefully after 60, check out the video on your screen now, or choose one of the recommended videos on the side. Each one was carefully crafted just for you. Let's make aging a journey of strength, clarity, and peace. Not one you walk alone, but one you walk with purpose. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us. We wish you a truly refreshing nap, a vibrant afternoon, and we'll see you in the next video.